What's up, guys? Everyone here for Lions.com, Playpicks.com. We're going to talk some Survivor plays here as we enter Week 8 of the NFL. Likely, if you're watching this, you're still in Survivor, because I don't know why you'd be watching this if you weren't, but also pretty highly likely that a lot of your friends are still in it as well. This has been a very Survivor-friendly first 7 weeks of the season, no doubt about it, unless you played the Vikings in Week 1, like this guy. You are probably still in your Survivor pool if you've been following some proper strategy here. So let's see what you want to do in Week 8. As always, guys, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Everything we do is absolutely free. Really do appreciate the support here. We're growing this channel like wildfire, and it's because of you guys. Really do appreciate it. We're going to do a huge giveaway here before the end of the year. And as all you got to do is be a subscriber, and you're going to be eligible. So it's going to be awesome. And thumbs up. Let us know in the comment section who you're going to play this week. So we got a free article here on the lines breaking down the Survivor pool picks this week. It's a quick rundown, real quick, you kind of see. So 6.5 on Thursday night. Probably not playing that one, though, mainly because the Cardinals still have a lot of huge future value. You got the Buffalo Bills here, you can see 13.5, 14-point favorites. Skip down a little bit further. You got the Bengals are all the way up to 10.5, 11.5-point favorites in this one over the Jets. You've got the Rams as 14.5-point favorites. In that one, you go down a little bit further. If you're getting a little froggy, you've got the Bucks as 5.5 to 6-point favorites over the Saints. And then Monday night, you have the Chiefs as 10-point favorites over the Giants. So we click back here over to the article, and you can see when we take a look at the biggest money lines, which means the biggest favorites to win here, you can see Rams, Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals are the teams that jump off the page here to you as far as Survivor goes. Now listen, Bills have a lot of future value for you. You probably are not looking to play the Bills. They still have games against the Jets and stuff like that, and that's just, you don't want to waste that. Keep them in your back pocket here. Rams, you probably already played. If you didn't play the Rams already, of course, getting Houston. That being said, Tyrod Taylor might be back for Houston this week, so it might not be as much of a slam dunk as it was with Davis Mills at quarterback. So that really kind of leaves us with the two big favorites here of the Chiefs and the Bengals. And I know we're sitting here saying, like, what do you mean the Chiefs? How in the world would we be able to play the Chiefs, in Survivor this weekend? I'll tell you right now, and I'll click over here and we can see whenever we just Google the Chiefs schedule and you take a look here, guys. I mean, this is one of those things where the remaining games for the Chiefs, it might be this week where you got to play them in Survivor. So they got the Giants this week, but look, Week 9's the Packers. Week 10, this Raiders team might actually be good. You're going to feel real comfortable playing the Chiefs against the Raiders. Cowboys, Broncos might be the only semi-soft spot really left on the schedule here. Raiders again, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals, and then Broncos to close things out. But you might not make it to Week 18. You're trying to get to Week 18 before you can play them against the Broncos again. So it might have to be, whenever we look at this Chiefs team, the play of the week might have to be the Chiefs. And I don't even know if I love it all that much. The Giants have been playing all right, and they might actually have some of their pieces back, some of their weapons back on offense. Saquon Barkley's back practicing. Sterling Shepard's back practicing. Kenny Golladay is back practicing. It doesn't feel great, that's for sure. So then that leaves the Bengals, and do you want to go ahead and play them? And for me, I think the Bengals actually provide more long-term value than the Chiefs do. So I'm probably rolling the dice and playing the Chiefs this week, praying they don't completely lay an egg at home in prime time to the Giants. And I'm holding on to the Bengals for a little bit later. That being said, if you don't feel good about this Chiefs team at all, then the Bengals are the play here, because listen, Zach Wilson's hurt. They're going with another rookie quarterback who they had no intention of playing. Maybe they traded for Joe Flacco. Maybe Flacco can get up to speed in time to start. Either way, you don't care. Jets are still terrible. This is the type of game the Bengals just hammer a team, This Bengals defense is actually for real, and of course, we know the offense is good. So for me, if I have the Rams and Bills still in my back pocket, I'm holding on to them for longer. Especially if you're in a pool that if you're one of these pools that still has a ton of people left, let them play these guys now. And then further down the season, they don't have these super strong teams left to play, and you will. So I'm going Chiefs or Bengals this week for sure in my Survivor plays. There are some other medium favorites, and we talked about this. Now, look, the Cardinals, I still think they have a lot of future value. I wouldn't be looking, and we'll pull up a Cardinals schedule, and we can take a look at where they are. Listen, I still think they have a lot of future value. You can see there's games against Carolina still on the schedule. There's a game against Chicago still on the schedule. There's a game against Detroit still on the schedule. And who knows where Seattle's going to be by week 18, right? So I'm not playing the Cardinals this week. I'm holding on to them if I can, even though Green Bay is going to be without Devontae Adams, Allen Lazard. Charger against New England, no way for me. No way at all. I would play the Bucs over the Saints before I would play the Chargers over the Patriots. The Bucs over the Saints. It is at New Orleans, but look, this Bucs team looks like just a freight train right now. And if you watch that New Orleans Saints team against Seattle this past week, they were absolutely atrocious. They were horrible. Couldn't do anything on the offensive side of the ball at all. So of this middle group, I'm holding on to the Chargers to the Cardinals because I'm saving them. Not playing the Charger against New England. I would play the Bucs against the Saints if I had to pick from this middle tier. There's one down here. Listen, I think the Lions are froggy, and I think the Eagles are pretty terrible. And so I get it. It is Detroit. They're winless. You try to sneak in an Eagles play against them. I'm just not. And maybe if I had multiple entries left, if I had 3 or 4 entries left in something, maybe one of them I'd try to sneak through an Eagles. But if we're talking, I've only got one entry left, I'm not risking it here on this Eagles team at all. Certainly not on the road against the Lions. And I understand the Lions hadn't won a game all year long. I totally get that. I'm just not doing it. So for me, power rankings here, if I'm playing out of the top group, it's the Chiefs. Again, crazy to say, but I think the Chiefs have less future value than the Bengals do. I'm holding on to the Rams and Bills. In the middle group, if I don't have any of those teams up there remaining, in this middle group, I'm holding on to the Cardinals. Chargers, I don't trust here in this game against the Patriots. I would play the Bucs against the Saints if I had to. And I understand it's kind of risky because the Bucs are less than a touchdown favorite, and you have all these big favorites this week. But if I didn't want to play out of this group up here, if I'd already burned the Chargers, if I'd already burned the Bills and Rams or something, probably actually I'd still play the Bengals. But if not, then I come down here and probably play the Bucs. That's just me, and I'm holding on to the Cardinals because I'm playing to win in these things. Like, I'm not playing to just squeak by. And if I had multiple entries, like I said, maybe if I had 3 or 4, I would try to sneak one of them through with the Eagles against the Lions, but it's certainly not my top choice and certainly nothing up there where I'm going to be making that choice. But that's the power rankings for me this week, week 8, when it comes to Survivor. Guys, if you're still in it, awesome for you. And look, it's probably another week where not a lot of people are going to go down. A lot of people will play the Rams. A lot of people will play the Bills. A lot of people will probably play the Chiefs and Bengals and just move on. And even if they're in this middle tier down here, pretty good, the Cardinals, pretty good chance this gets to even a touchdown by the time this game goes off. They're going to beat the Packers. So probably not a lot of people getting eliminated this week. But for me, Chiefs and Giants, my number one play of the week when it comes to Survivor. And even then, you'll probably be holding your breath with this Chiefs team, the way that they've been playing so far this year. But you got to use them at some point. We're playing to win these things. Guys, everything's absolutely free over here on the line. So, of course, check out this article, read it in depth. Of course, you can head over here and see every single spread that's going on. And, of course, you want multiple outs. So go up here and click on all these sportsbook offers. Look at all these free bets that you get. I mean, like, take advantage of the free bets. And, of course, take advantage of all these sign-up offers that we have. Depending on what state you live in, you just find your state up here and click on it. It's absolutely free to do that as well. Go ahead, subscribe to the page, give us a thumbs up, and then let us know in the comment section who you playing this week in Survivor, who you avoiding, who you fading, what's going on. What do you think about it this week? Because it's going to start you're going to start having to implement some strategy here pretty soon because not a lot of people out of this thing. And if you want to win, you're going to have to get creative, no doubt about it. Good luck on all your bets here in week 8.